how do I say this without sounding psycho?
I'm a gooner. Listen, if you got a booty, I will appreciate it.
미쳤어?
Yes, always.
Fans like demanded to be on WWE.
I feel like I have to have a wall because someone's always gonna have to say to me. I've never been busted open in my face before, and I've always wanted to.
안녕하세요, 링더벨 디에스입니다. 미친 누나 미아 씨와 같이 하고 있습니다.
안녕하세요.
This deserves like a Korean reality show entrance because the Mia Nuna is joining me.
감사합니다, 오빠.
Well, I'm not your oppa, but just
I know.
I can go with it. I can go with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
as long as you go.
I'm a little twink, but
Well,
let's go with it. No, but this is so awesome because this is a Korean link up that I've been waiting for a while.
and it should have happened a while ago,
Right,
and it just never just worked out, and we made it happen.
It is almost like surreal to see the name Michin. That's like being called everywhere on WWE programming, SmackDown, like all the commentators like Michin. That is wild to me.
And that's the best part about it because like I always try to take whatever platform that I have to, showcase my heritage, whether it's my African American side or my Korean side. But even like when I picked the name, it was like, oh my gosh, my mom would love this because she's been calling me this my whole life.
미쳤어?
Yes, always. So,
Like, all the Koreans and K-drama fans know exactly what we're talking about.
미친년이야. 미친년이야.
And I'm wearing my Korean army jacket, but I'm gonna take it off because it's hot
I was about
in
to
here.
say you're sweating so much.
No, I'm hot in here. The heat that you're bringing here.
Sorry, I can't help it.
No, but it is wild because like even SmackDown theme song is from BTS RM with Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
Which I'm like, what is this like parallel universe I'm living in?
I'm anxiously waiting for us to finally go to South Korea and have a show. And it's like, when are we going to have a partnership with, I don't know, any K-pop group? Like there's so much opportunity there for that link up between wrestling and Korean culture. So I'm just like, let's do it now.
Yeah, literally. People have been asking for this interview for so long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought I was boring.
You're not boring. Are you kidding? So I was asking your fans about like, what's your favorite moment of Mia? And a lot of them actually talked about Dollhouse era.
Oh, Lord.
In Jade. The JTNA. Okay. What do you think I thought about the era?
I think you loved it. Like, you seem like the type that would gag over it.
I did.
I'm not surprised. But thankfully, Gail was there to help me through like, I see myself a lot in Gail where she looks beautiful and she looks feminine, but on the inside, like, she's ready to beat some ass and she's a tomboy.
Right.
So being in Dollhouse was a challenge because you have Taryn Terrell, who is amazing at whatever role is thrown at her.
Right.
Same with Marty. She can get into that sexy vibe like this. But then again, Marty, you are also sexy. And me, it's like, I hate skirts. I don't want to show my butt. I don't want, like, I am a tomboy to the core. So it's like, okay, I guess I'll wear a skirt. How am I going to throw Germans? And it was cool because I got to try something different. Like, I like the challenge of a character I would never come up with on my own, like, for Reckoning or Jade. But I remember in Dollhouse, and of course I had Taryn and Marty, and they really made it fun for me.
Yeah.
It was just like, you remember our entrance when we had to do the choreography and stuff?
Right.
Girl, now Marty still gets on me to this day because we would practice and I move like this mic. Like I can't dance sexy at all. I will do my best, but I make no promises, and whatever happens, happens. So I messed up the choreography every time. Once again, it was fun just to try something new, but it was because I wore skirts and like my best friend Jolene, who was a seamstress in TNA, and now she's in WWE with me, which is really cool. So she's the one that like, she knows me, so she tried to change it up so I would feel comfortable in it. So she made like the gear tops that covered a little bit more, and my shorts, like she attached it to my skirt, so if my skirt rose, like everything would still be covered.
Yeah.
But it's still like, I will never forget. So I do a German bridge pin, and so I remember I did that, and then the next morning somebody from the crowd like had a picture of me, like I'm doing the bridge like this, and they were taking a picture this way.
Got
and it was just like so creepy, and irked me. And it's like, I wrestle like a dude, so I don't think about clothes like, okay, I can't do this move because then like some more stuff is going to show. Right. I just wrestle no matter what. And seeing that picture was like, I can't wear skirts no more. Like, I just didn't want to wear skirts anymore.
Got it. That makes sense. Yeah.
So it was fun, but it was like a little traumatic. And it was nothing on the company. It was just me and my comfort, just because I'm like a boy on the inside.
But like, you're not like right to censor. Not Ivory. You're not Zoe Stark.
I'm a gooner. I'm a gooner.
Yeah, because you've been simping over other ladies.
Listen, if you got a booty, I will appreciate it. And listen, I'm married to my husband and we love each other. But listen, if you are a beautiful lady, I will make sure you know that you are beautiful. And I appreciate, because there's so many of my friends that do have a very nice bum, but they would talk about, oh man, but like my chest, and it's like, no, like you are perfect. Like, I just want you to be comfortable in your body and just know that like you don't need anything.
Right.
Although, I will always appreciate a nice butt, but it's also, I want to show them like, no, you don't have to conform into the stereotypical like diva era of like fake boobs and like 100 pounds and things like that. It's like, no. You got a butt, like, show it off.
And that's because you lived through that Knockouts Divas era that you can,
Yeah. And it, I've tried so hard to be like a TV female wrestler. And growing up, that's what I watched was the diva era. And it was Kelly and the Bellas and even like Gail. But that's why I latched on to Gail so much, because she still wrestled like a wrestler, and it didn't matter what she wore, she still wrestled like a wrestler.
Right.
But it was so hard just getting into the business because, you don't have the look and you don't have the body. You're too big to get on TV, So I want to make it my goal, especially for the younger generations, like in NXT, is like, no, you're like, the fact that they can do all these flips and stuff, like, you don't need to have a banging body. Like, you just keep doing you and you're perfect. So
I also love that you added your own little sexy little situation with the long back attack.
Damn right, it just happened. It just happened.
How did it happen?
Well, because the funny thing is I keep wrestling girls with like big bums, which I will never complain about. So I had like my feud with Jaida, and we're like this. And it's so funny because the first time I met her, so I've seen her on NXT before I actually met her. And it was just like, I'm hearing certain stories of like some people, especially if they don't come from the indies, they don't know the etiquette, right? So I'm like, I don't know if she's gonna understand like the wrestling etiquette and like respecting your vets and things like that. I'm going into NXT just kind of because it's a lot different from when I was there. So when I went back, I was a little nervous just because it's like I'm hearing different things and I know it's different from when I was there, and I didn't know what to expect. When I came in, Jaida immediately introduced herself and was super friendly. And it was like, she plays such a great heel on TV that I'm like, oh my gosh, like I really thought you were going to be a bitch. And now you are like the sweetest freaking person. To the point where like, we were talking about gear and stuff and just like opening up to her. And this girl, and I'm gonna tell on you, Jaida, this girl had the nerve to be like, I think I want to start wearing pants. And I said, don't you dare. Sorry, I curse a lot.
That's good.
But I'm like, don't you dare wear pants. You have something. Like, even I goon over. Don't you dare cover it up. She did listen. But it's like, I forgot what the question was.
So how did long back attack happen?
So like, I'm wrestling these girls with big bums. And so like Jaida, of course, Naya, she's got a really nice bump too. So I'm wrestling like all these girls that are just very well shapely. My whole life, even through volleyball, track, all of it, I have never ever had a butt. And it's like, of course, when I'm wrestling Jaida, everyone's like, oh my God, she doesn't even have an ass. Like, she's like, I'm getting all these tweets of me being ugly because, and like, I'm not sexy or whatever. Why is she wearing shorts when she don't have ass? And it's like, no matter what, especially with my butt, I know it's flat and I refuse to get a BBL. If you got one, show it off, do your thing. Like, I support it.
Right.
I ain't gonna talk trash about it. But me personally, it's just too much. It's too much work for me. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna do my best with squats and whatever happens. But at the end of the day, if I got a flat ass, then I got a flat ass.
Yeah.
And I might as well use it. And I really like making people laugh. You know, I have Shane Helms and Shelton, and everybody have always been making fun of my long back. And it's like, you know what? I'm gonna try it once. Let me just try this once. So I did it, and then I told Michael Cole and Stu, because Michael was still in SmackDown. It's like, hey, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna twerk, and it's called the long back attack. And they're writing it down. They're like, yep. And they were like, okay, long back attack. Da-da. I'm like, okay, cool. So I did it, and immediately, like, everybody on Twitter was talking about it, and everybody in the back was like dying laughing. And that's all I wanted. I just wanted to make my coworkers laugh. So everybody was laughing about it. And of course, like, next time I see Michael Cole, he's like, so, I got a lot of tweets about, you know, my commenting on that move, and I didn't know what it meant until I Googled it. Are you sure you're comfortable with me? With us?
That's nice.
Yeah, I was like, you're so considerate, but yes, I specifically didn't tell you because I wanted you to do it on commentary to get the genuine reactions of everybody.
That's so funny because I gasped when he said that. I was like, that is shady.
Yep. No, I told him to. And it was the most wholesome thing because he had no idea what it was until after the fact. He just thought I just came up with a clever name.
Amazing.
Real talk, ever notice how when you're stressed or bored, your mouth is always like busy, like chewing on snacks, pens, straws, or just eating when you're not even hungry? That happens to me all the time. And as you all know, with my move to LA and starting a brand new job, I've been in this constant state of chaos. Like every time I sit down to edit or prep an episode, I'm like reaching for something, anything just to keep my hands or mouth occupied. And that's when I found Fume. Now, before you assume it's some vape situation, it's not. Fume is a flavored air device. No smoke, no vapor, no nicotine, just really, really clean, natural flavor that gives me something satisfying to reach for without feeling guilty or gross about it. This helped me break out of that habit loop, especially the one where I used to grab snacks out of stress. Now I just grab my Fume, pop in my favorite flavor. By the way, my favorite, I'm obsessed with this peach blush, by the way, because you know, I like when peaches make me blush, and I can stay focused whenever I'm spiraling. Plus, this is my favorite thing. It's built to fidget with, which I'm actually like kind of obsessed with. If you see me playing with it on camera, everything, now you know why. The magnetic clicking and everything is just like so satisfying. So if you've got an oral fixation like me, because that's a serious issue for me, or if you want to swap out an old habit for something that actually feels really good and helps you focus, I totally recommend trying Fume. And right now, if you order the Journey Pack using my code BELLE, BELLE, you will get a free Fume topper to level up your flavor game. Just head to tryfume.com/bell or scan the QR code on the screen. Seriously, it's flavored air, not flavored regret. I love it.
To go back to Jade a little bit, it's like you pretty quickly won the Knockout Championship in TNA. That's how much like the fans got attached to you, and obviously people in the back really loved you. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, when you start wrestling, you want to have, you know, the WrestleMania moment. We want to be a champion. And I think throughout my whole career, I have accepted, even still to this day, like I know that I've been in this game a long time. So if you want to pit me in with like a new girl, so that's why I loved being in the ring with Jaida, because she was willing to listen, and it was easy to help her go through like her first street fight and stuff like that. And the street fight I had with Naya, that was her first street fight. And it was just cool that I can trust myself, and it's nice to know that other people can trust me to help the younger ones. So the fact that I was able to win the Knockouts Championship, and it was cool because like Gail was so proud and my parents were really proud, and it was an experience that I'll never forget, just because in my career I will become a champion again, and I will have a Mania moment, but it's going to take me a little bit longer, and I appreciate every opportunity that I have. But even having the Knockouts Championship, like that still means a lot to me, because it's like there was a period of time that I was a champion. Like I was at the top of the mountain, and when I won the championship, I was out of the Dollhouse.
Yeah.
So it was like morphing from the sexy Dollhouse era into Jade the wrestler. Getting a championship out of that is like, oh, so I don't have to, you know, show extra skin to be a champion, or I don't have to be like a super sexy character to become a champion. Like I could just work my ass off and become a champion. So it was a really cool realization of that, because of course everybody's going to remember the character and the personalities, and I'm still working. Like I know I have a lot to work on in that era, especially with promos and things like that, but it's cool that hard work really does pay off, and just to see how proud everybody was when I got to the back, it was really, really cool.
I mean, it's really cool because you are doing all these hardcore matches that people are loving. But even back in TNA, you did that 3-part series with Rosemary that was like legendary.
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, that was so cool.
I love the blue versus red era. I miss Rosemary so much. It was just fun because we knew each other in the indies. It was the coolest thing because a lot of us were friends from TNA to NXT and WWE. It's like I've known all these girls for years just in the indies. So with Rosemary, we could trust each other to just pretty much kill each other and it's fine. So we would go all out on each other. And same with Chelsea. Like we've known each other for so long.
When I asked fans, their favorite moment of Mia was that ladder match against IYO in NXT. Have you ever watched that match back?
Yeah. Only because, how do I say this without sounding psycho? So I love hardcore. Like I trained at CCW, so like I grew up in wrestling watching death matches and hardcore. So I love that. And of course, like adjusting it from the indie style of hardcore wrestling to TV style, there's a difference there, but it's just nice to know like that's my comfort area. Like if you want to put me in any stipulation matches with weapons, like that's my comfort zone. With IYO, I think that was actually IYO's first ladder match as well.
Really? Wow.
So yeah, this is really cool. So I'm helping her like understand like the different, I guess, the physics of the ladders and like how to set it up and like which way to like hit and stuff like that. But what I loved the most is obviously getting busted open because I've never been busted open in my face before and I've always wanted to.
What?
Listen, blood adds so much to a match. If it's done right, it adds so much. And I've always wanted to just get busted open and it never happens. It wasn't on purpose. It was definitely an accident. Right. And I didn't even know that I was busted open. So I had the ladder match, or I had the ladder, and when I turned around, IYO did her springboard drop kick, hit the ladder and hit my face. Yeah. And so I took it, and then I'm just like laying there selling, and then I opened my eyes, and then it just was like everything was pink. Oh. Like I could still see people in the ropes and stuff, but everything had like a pink hue. And I'm like, what the freak is going on? Like it felt like I was wearing just pink glasses. And so like I turned over and that's when like the stream of blood came and I was like, oh, yes. So you can see,
it's unbelievable.
See, I'm on all fours and I move my hair so I can show them. I'm just like, yes. And I'm trying to like, if you like flex, you can like pump out more. So I'm like,
while WWE was trying to not show it.
I know. But I'm like, no, you getting this on camera, damn it. You getting this. So then they like had to stop the match and then like the medical team came out. The crazy thing is Drake, the referee at the time, we were in CCW together. So like I was comfortable because that's what he used to do and this is what I do. So the whole time he's like, you good? I'm like, bro, like my birthday's April 16, 1989. This is a Wednesday. Like I'm good. Let's go. He's like, no. The medical team has to like come and like check you out. I was like, if you don't let me finish this match, I'm going to hurt everybody. So the medical team had to come out and like, they had to close it or like put a band-aid or something so the blood would stop. And they're like, if it doesn't stop, then we can't have you continue. So I was just like, let me hold my breath so the blood won't pump out and like let me just slow the flow of blood then. So thankfully it still worked out and we were able to finish.
You weren't just busted open. Didn't you like break a bone?
I think I messed up my nose.
Okay.
Yeah, so I like messed up my bridge and then like something with my nose.
And then you went on to take like 5 more crazy bumps and I'm like, wait, what is going on?
Yeah, Kaylee threw me off a ladder onto another ladder. The craziest thing is because like me and IYO had a really good match in California in the indies and she was someone that I've always loved wrestling and I looked up to. Like I love Joshi wrestling as well. So I used to watch her before I ever got to meet her. So I was a big fan of IYO already and I knew we had really good chemistry. And then me and Kaylee, we were a tag team in Shimmer. We go way back. Like we tattooed a promoter together. Like we go way back. So just having the trifecta of like being in the match with IYO and then Kaylee, like I trust Kaylee with my life. So when she threw me off, it's like, I know I'm gonna be good. So yeah, let's just keep doing it all because like even with the busted face, like I know I'm gonna be good.
I mean, that's such a memorable moment that people still talk about.
I'm
loving how like WWE is reheating the nachos. Good. A series of amazing hardcore matches.
I love that. And that's like I always worry because as much as I love hardcore wrestling, it seems like no matter what I do, like by 3 days later, I feel like people forget. So it's really cool to see that people still talk about my ladder match with IYO and NXT, and it's actually really like, I'm so loved.
So that match was for the War Games match. And I remember you posting this sickening
Makeup.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Only to not be on TV because you're taken
Yeah,
out. So what was the story behind it?
I just like, even if I wasn't going to be in the match, you know, because I was a big fan of Joshi wrestling, it's like that's war paint.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on war paint and also represent Joshi wrestling and things like that. And like meeting Bull, oh my gosh, she's amazing. And so it was just like, even if I'm not gonna be in the match, if I could just show it on TV, that's still representation. I'm glad that the full circle came around where I could finally, like when I returned, I had War Games. It was sad that I wasn't a part of the first one, but honestly, I technically was. Like, I still was.
So it's not like you did all the makeup and I'm like, oh, wait.
No.
Got it.
This is why I will always consider Hunter Triple H like my wrestling dad. Is he really took care of me, both me and Keith. He looked out for me as if I was one of his kids, where when it was decided that I was going to get taken out, like he pulled me off to the side to let me know so I wouldn't be surprised by it or like shocked or like disappointed. That alone like really said a lot, along with like, you know, how I got signed and him saying okay because of the crowd wanted. And it was like, I've always had really good experiences with him, so I did know what was going to happen. I processed everything. It's fine and dandy, so it wasn't a shock for me.
But speaking of makeup, let's talk about Reckoning for a bit. Let's talk about it for a bit. The storyline, when it first came out, we were like, we're not really sure, but it could be really cool. It's campy. It's kind of cool. Then the storyline quickly took a turn.
I think that Retribution would have succeeded in a live crowd, because that happened during COVID.
Oh.
So I think if we would have done that, you know, before COVID or when we had live crowds, it would have been a lot better. It was just a lot of outside factors that hindered us. And I know Ali, bless his heart, he was trying so hard. He was trying so hard to make it all work. And we try to help him to, you know, achieve ultimately what we all wanted with the group. Obviously, like, this is our job, so we're just following the roles that they wanted. Right. But I really do think that having that during the COVID era, it was like a DOA, unfortunately.
Yeah. So one of the fans sent me the video, and I completely I think I raised it from my brain, was that you had to do like a seizure type of, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I deemed it a possession because I don't see, people suffer from seizures. Like that's a real thing.
Right.
And it's, you know, I know that it is debilitating to some people.
Yeah.
And I personally could never, even if it's for a story, it'll be one thing if it was for a story that like took me out for a while and I would come back later or whatever, but like just to use as a distraction, morally, I did not feel comfortable doing that.
Right.
So I just did it more so, like, I will always tell people, like, I was possessed.
Got it.
I was possessed to be using a possession as a distraction for the pinfall.
From there to this new era of Michin is honestly so refreshing.
Thank you.
Obviously, as a Korean, I feel like it's so cool that you're representing like that. I also love that at one point you used to call Eat to Fit soul food, right?
Yep. So it was like I was bouncing in between the two, but like they both are really good names for the move.
Yeah.
And because, you know, Gail gave me the permission to use it, I'm like, I'm just going to keep calling it Eat Defeat ultimately because of Gail. Like, I want to continue on her legacy and I want to make sure that everybody knows, even though when you see it, like, people know that it's my finish, but I also, if they want to dig down the rabbit hole, it's like, okay, this is the backstory. So she'll never be forgotten in the world of wrestling.
Yeah. I think I'm so lucky that, I mean, we're all lucky that Gail was there when I was growing up. I mean, she's so respected. She's a legend.
Yes.
And for the newer generation to have you to look up to as Koreans growing up, that's really cool.
Yeah. It's like mind-blowing to see because it's I remember being young, looking up to Gail and her taking me under her wing. And I was blessed to have like a really good support system where Gail was looking out for me. Helms was looking, like I had Shelton, MVP. I had all these higher ups that I used to watch as a kid is now making sure that I'm good. And like Helms still to this day would always like, hey, I have an idea. I think this will work out great for you. Or like, why don't you do like tweak this for your character? So he's always pitching stuff for me still to this day. Just so I could be like the best version of myself. And it's really cool to see like when I go back to NXT, it's, you know, I got Jaida and then I got Lash and Jakara and they're just like asking me for advice and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool.
That's really cool.
I love it. It's like just continuing on, not even just in wrestling, just in life. Like how when we were kids, we used to go out and play with our bikes and just, you know, drink out of the hose. And the generation has changed where now it's like all about iPads and phones and things like that. But it's nice to be like, hey, instead of being on your phone, like let's go outside and like let's go ride a bike or something. So we can like continue on our old school ways. So it's really cool.
You're also biracial. You're both Black and Korean.
Yes.
So such an inspiration to biracial kids growing up too. Yeah.
And I really cherish that because growing up watching wrestling, I latched on to Gail because she was Korean. And then I latched on to Jacqueline and Jazz because they were Black. But I've never seen a Black and Asian wrestler. Growing up as a kid, there wasn't anybody that really looked like me. I still get messages and like when I do meet and greets and stuff, it's mixed kids would come up and be like, thank you for just, you know, I see myself in you. And it's just, it's... My favorite part. It's honestly my favorite part.
Like Korea is so cool right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dead ass. Like I kind of want to just to go at this point. Like I got family over there, so that's a perfect excuse. But I haven't been since I was a kid, so I'm like I need to go as an adult so I can really enjoy Korea.
And you wrestled in both China and Japan, right?
Yes.
So I'm like, Korea, we gotta do something.
Exactly. And now that I see that wrestling is starting to grow in Korea, which is really cool. So I've had like it was a while ago, so I don't remember his name, but
Shiho, right?
Yes. So he messaged me and it was just really cool to be, he's like, hey, I'm a Korean wrestler like in Korea. I was like,
it's so
yes. Like, yes, finally.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, when are we going to Korea now? Like that's a big market as well.
Are you like into K-pop, K-drama? What's going on?
So I was into K-pop. Like, I mean, I still am. My music tastes are obviously it was like bouncing around. So I like a little bit of everything. So my mom and my sister are big into K-drama. I'm not really into K-drama. I don't really have time to watch shows.
It's like hour and a half, 16 episodes.
So I just actually finished Glory.
Oh, The Glory.
The Glory. I just finished it and like me and Keith was watching it and it was just like, this is, oh my God. Because I'm like, K-dramas is like, I don't really care for romance and I don't really care for like that, like rom-com type stuff. But The Glory, I'm like, oh yeah, this, I F's with this heavy. So it was good. So I'm like trying to find other shows that are similar to that. It's just, there's just so much
going on. Squid Game?
I watched Squid Game. I still haven't watched the second season. I really did enjoy Squid Game. I love Korean movies. There was one that I really liked in college called it was a war movie with two brothers, Taegukgi. Taegukgi.
Old school.
That made me cry.
Oh my God.
I got it on DVD. I still have it. So like I love that. So there's like certain movies and shows, and of course my mom is always watching when I go visit her, and I'll try to watch with her, but she loves the romance and stuff. So it's just like okay.
And like old school K-pop?
HOT.
Oh, that old school.
HOT.
HOT and like Binko era, like all that.
Okay. So like so I listened to HOT back in the day when I was a kid, and I got into so I went to a Blackpink concert a couple years ago. Really big into Lisa, Boa.
Yeah.
So it's I think like because I listen on Pandora, so I usually just put like K-pop radio and just listen to whatever. But yeah,
you know what's so random is that Mandy Rose had this K-pop theme song in NXT.
Did she?
It's so random.
What?
So I'm like, when's Mia gonna get a K-pop theme song?
That's why I'm like, can I just like I'm sure I can get a group. Like I wanted to get
literally
4 Minute to do my crazy like I can do.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
But I mean, they broke up, so it's like, damn it. I mean, you guys can get together for like if I ever had a Mania match,
literally.
you guys can do like my entrance or something. Or I really wanted CL. Like I love her vibe. I
Yes.
love CL.
Yeah.
So her vibes like match perfectly with like what I like, you know, when I, you know.
Let's work our magic. Let's
I
work our
say,
magic.
if
Yeah.
you ever need, you know, a really grand stage, possibly if I ever do Mania, you know, I would love to have you.
Right. You know, you talk about how like you say like your promo character, you think it's weaker, but like you're one of the funniest social media character. Like that is wild. Some of the videos that you create is like ridiculous.
I'm unhinged and diabolical online. I think I just stopped caring. Like for social media, obviously that's your platform, that's your representation, and I just want to laugh. And if I can laugh, I want to make everybody else laugh. And if that means if Chelsea is tweeting at me, I hate tweeting. So I like to just respond with a video of like just a clip from a movie or, you know, Reverend X or something. And it's like, she'll say something. It's like, all right, let me just find a good movie clip to pit. Okay, we'll do the hot chick. We'll do that.
No, but your TikTok videos are so hilarious. Like how wrestlers walk. That is so funny.
Yeah.
But also, like this series will.
Oh, the suspect challenges.
Yeah.
So-
When Bianca got bald, I was like, wait, what?
they
Yeah.
all the time, like, because that's like our inside joke. She always gets the best wigs, and I'm like, "Girl, your hair looks so good," and she'll just be like, "It's all right," and take it off, and we would just die laughing. So I'm like, "All right, I got one for you. I got several for Trin. I'm like, I gotta get Liv. Like, I just have all these ideas. Just like the more I get to know my coworkers, and we're all friends, so I always know what the line is, and after whatever I say, it's like, hey, are you comfortable? If you're not, like, I'll take it down. But they're like, no, this is hilarious, like, do it.
Really
So I really wanted to get Solo on one, and he's like, I know you have a good one, but I don't think I can't have people laughing at me right now. I'm like, damn it. So it's gonna be
Protect.
Suspect Hates Math. So I'm gonna think of another one now. But yeah, it's just if I have, you know, free time at work, and TV days are stressful. So you gotta do your hair, you gotta do your makeup, you gotta do rehearsals, like you gotta do everything. And it's a very stressful environment. So if I'm not doing anything, let me help make it less stressful. You know, let's get some laughs in there. Let's just have some fun. So that's all I try to do. And even on social media, because it's so toxic, it's like, let's just have a little bit of fun, you know?
And fans are loving it.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. That makes me happy.
Can we get the origin story with Shelton Benjamin?
Oh my Lord.
What is the whole?
Oh, Shelton.
Feud.
So me and Shelton met 2012, I think. It was either 2011 or 2012. I remember this was when he got released for like the 80th time. And I was booked on an indie show, and I saw that he was like advertised for it. And like I watched him growing up as well. So I knew the gold standard and him with like his mom. I was like, oh my gosh, like Shelton Benjamin is going to be at the show. And I started training in 2007, and then my first match was 2009. So I'm still like a baby in the game. So it's like all about etiquette. Let me go introduce myself. But like I'm super nervous because this is like the first time that I'm meeting a WWE superstar.
Right.
Because he was coming, they brought catering, which indie shows rarely ever do. Wow. So I'm like, oh, this is special. We get catering? Okay. I'm not making it up. I'm not prettying it up or anything. Like, shoot, there was a catering table with like chicken wings. So I go over with my plate and I grab like a couple chicken wings, and he comes over. He grabs a couple chicken wings. We look at each other and we just start talking about the chicken. And then we just started talking. And then it was very, it was very innocent. And it was just crazy to say now of our relationship now, but it was like, I didn't want to, first impressions, I didn't want to be disrespectful or anything because he is Shelton Benjamin, the golden standard. So I was just trying to be polite and friendly, and we hit it off very, very well. So he like watched my match and gave me critiques and stuff, and like we exchanged numbers. And so like we would just text each other, just basic stuff. And then I don't honestly know when it turned around to be how we are now, but I think like because Twitter was just starting to also blow up as well, so we followed each other on Twitter, and like we started having like little jabs here and there, and then when we see each other we would jab each other in real life, and it just flourished from there. But that's my big brother, and still to this day, like he will still watch my matches. He still gives me advice, and I'm trying to see him on Sunday now that I moved to Dallas. Like he's only 3 hours away, so it's nice if it's like I just need to go because I don't have have all my friends was in Florida, California, in like the Jersey, New York area. So my only friend really, like my only true friend is Shelton. So it's like, oh, I just need like a day or two just to get out the house and just be with my friends. My house is your house. Come down anytime. So I would always just like pack the dogs and go down and visit him. And like, if he has any help, like he's trying to start streaming, which he's an old man that's a procrastinator. So I went down to help him with the stream. And he was able to do it. He did it once, and now he forgot how to do it. So I have to go back down after Mania and help him again.
Easy, yeah.
No, it's not. But I'm telling him, I'm explaining everything. I was like, make sure and mind you, he's taking notes like an old man. He's taking notes, which is great.
Yeah.
I'm like, make sure you write this down. And I go home, and he's like, I don't understand it. You took notes, bro.
Right.
Read your notes. I still don't understand it. You have to come down to help me.
So recently, it became headline during other interview that you've done that you talked about how you feel like you're not connecting with the fans. How did that come about?
So that was on the Speakeasy podcast, which they are incredible. Make sure you guys follow them. I don't remember exactly what Berlin asked, but I felt comfortable enough to be vulnerable with them. And I can be vulnerable with you. I know that my biggest, because of social media and, I can say the sky is blue and then you got somebody that's like, you're stupid, the sky is red. So it's like, no matter what you say and do, you're always going to get shit for it. And when I'm myself, I connect with people, but because I feel like I have to have a wall because someone's always going to have shit to say to me. Even if I had a crazy promo, it's like, oh, but you blink too much or, shit like that. Right. So it's hard for me to put that wall down because I'm so used to just getting attacked all around. And that's something that I need to work on. I need to work on bringing down the walls and being vulnerable whenever I do have a promo so the people can really see who I am because I know that I can connect with them. It's just I'm stopping myself because I know there's going to be that few that's going to have crap to say. I deal with like anxiety and depression and stuff. And you always hear like, when people say nice things, it's really nice, but then that one negative comment will like stick in. Yeah. And it's always like, I used to be self-conscious about my butt, but now I'm like, you know what? I'm going to laugh about it and you can't attack me from it anymore.
Yeah.
No matter what, there's going to be haters. And I've accepted that you can't make everybody happy. So I've gotten better, especially with my mental health, dealing with the trolls and stuff.
And I want to rebring the fact that you're one of the very few people, maybe outside of like Diva Search, that fans like demanded to be on WWE. That Triple H was like, you know what? I have to sign her.
The fans, that's why I try to give back to the fans as much as I can because they are the reason why I'm here. I already had a tryout with WWE before and I was told not right now. And they kept bringing me in for extra work and stuff, but I was, still doing the indies and Shimmer and things like that. And it was honestly the fans is the reason why I'm here and the reason why I'm able to live my dream. And from my job here, I'm able to financially help my mother and I wouldn't be able to do that without the fans. So I do put the fans on a pedestal because they are the reason why all this is happening to me. Once again, like I'm trying to block out all the negativity online, but it's hard because I hold the fans to such a special place in my heart.
And you're so special to a lot of fans. I want you to know that. Like me, Koreans, and all the women's wrestling fans that are chanting for you to be signed. You're such a special talent for us.
Thank you.
So I just want to remind you that we just have to like wake everyone up if there's anyone doubting her. So this new era of Michin, what's your goal?
That's a great question, actually. I never really thought about it because everything that I have set out like a goal of mine. So when, for an example, before I even got to TNA, I was like, okay, my dream is to wrestle in Japan. Okay. I did that like 10 times.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, let me go to TNA. And then I get signed to TNA. So every time I achieve something, then I do some, make something else. I guess my goal is to have a Mania moment, become a champion. And I've never been a champion in WWE. So I would love Speed or the US championship tag. Like I would appreciate any, like just to be a champion in WWE, it's special. So that's my next goal. I feel like the past year and a half I've been on the best run ever in my WWE career and I'm just enjoying the ride and doing the best that I can. And especially for hardcore matches. Like I love taking these crazy moves and bumps and stuff because, you know, as psychotic as I am, like I know it makes, you know, it's entertaining for you guys.
Right.
And that is what drives me to do all of this stuff. Like I would never do this if nobody's watching. What's the point, you know? So I want to continue on with the hardcore matches because that's my favorite.
Yeah.
But I want to become a champion in WWE as well.
Yeah, I feel like you're being used consistently and you're showing that you are the bad bitch, the na쁜 년. And it's really connecting. So if you have any concerns about it, don't even.
Thank you.
And I see gold in your future very soon. We're going to make this work.
It will. It will.
Thank you so much for
Of
joining
course,
me
this
here.
was so much fun. We got to do this again.
I know,
We gotta do
I
this
know.
again. I will always make time for you.
Thank you.
For you and Ring Bells. I'll
well,
always make time.
What do you want to tell the fans? That's big fan of you, the Michin 언니. What do you want to tell them?
감사합니다. Thank you so much. Like I said, I wouldn't be here without you guys, and I appreciate every single one of you. And I know that, you know, I try to follow with Twitter and Instagram. Sometimes I miss your messages, but I do see all the positivity, and it does bring me joy, like in my day. So you guys do make me smile. You guys do make me you fulfill me. So thank you everyone who's always supported me and appreciated me and continue to push for me. I do, you know, I appreciate every single one of you guys.